Hey there, it's Tyler with AIWritingSchool.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an ebook using Claude or ChatGPT. Now, in this video, we're going to walk through how to create an ebook step by step. I'm going to show you how I've personally used it to create ebooks, and I want to show you some of the things to look out for, some of the mistakes that I don't want you to make that will speed up your process, help you create content for an ebook that actually sounds human and it feels like a professional writer wrote it versus AI. So let's jump into it. All right, first I want to show you a cheat sheet that I actually wrote using Claude. It's this free AI writing cheat sheet. You can go to AIWritingSchool.com, click on that free cheat sheet button, and you can put it in your email and get this cheat sheet. I'll go ahead and show you a little preview of it. I wrote this using Claude pretty early on and basically wrote a manifesto with it. I wrote some core prompting principles. I wrote the train, instruct, prompt, tip writing method for AI writing and included some prompts. So obviously you can see you can create a pretty robust ebook using Claude. Now, one thing I want to talk about in this video is how to use chain of thought prompting in the process of ebooks. This is very important because most people are just going to jump into here. Maybe they're going to say, here's the title of this ebook, write me an ebook. And it's going to come out very generic. And that's what we want to avoid. I'm going to show you how to avoid it coming across generic and actually create content for an ebook that feels like it was written like a professional. So what we want to do here, we want to start by creating our prompt and by saying what our niche is and how long of an ebook we want. And the reason why is we want to create some parameters for this request. So we're going to say, first, we're going to give it an identity. You're a world-class content marketer. I would like you to craft a 30-page ebook, and we want to go ahead and give it the widest requirement, so it knows how many chapters it's going to need, how long those chapters will need to be as we prompt it, and we'll get into that in a second. I'd like you to craft a 30-page ebook. Can 30-page ebook on AI writing. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a topic on the AI writing revolution. And this is important as we're providing it a little bit of an opinion, a little bit of perspective, because we're not just saying AI writing, we're calling it an AI writing revolution. I would like it to have some urgency, and we're going to give it another opinion here and talk about the importance of seeing AI as a tool to be learned rather than a magic wand. Okay. And right now we're using the train, instruct, polish method. And so right now we're in the train and instruct part of this method that I teach, the 3-step method. So we're training it on what type of writer it needs to be, a world-class content marketer. And we're going to make this more specific here. We're going to say who writes intriguing lead magnets and ebooks, and we're going to instruct it on what we want, a 30-page ebook. We're going to provide it with some perspective already. So we're already kind of polishing it before it even gets started. And we're saying we would like to have some urgency, talk about the importance of seeing AI as a tool to be learned rather than a magic wand. And we're going to ask it, can you provide me with 10 title options, and then we can move on to the outline. All right. So this is chain of thought prompting. We're starting with title, then we're going to go to outline, and then we're going to start writing chapters. All right. AI writing, adapt or be left behind. Your guide to the new content landscape. I like that. The AI writing revolution while mastering the tools today secures your tomorrow. I like that. I wish I could ask you which one that you think is best here. Let's just go with this. This is a little dramatic, but I kind of like it. Let's go with number 1, and let's write the outline for the, and I'm going to remind it just in case I forgot, the 30-page ebook. And so we're going title, outline, and then we are going to jump into the actual chapters and the chapter writing. And so I like what it's doing here. I actually ran this as a test run video a second ago, and I did not record on my microphone, so it was very echoey. So I'm actually re-recording. The first time it did not include an artifact. This is what this is. It's an artifact document. I highly, highly recommend that you ask it to create it as an artifact. If it was to just write it like it did this, the outline, I would even encourage you to say, please craft this as an artifact, because we want to make sure that we write the outline and all chapters in artifact format so that we can go back to it as we need to. There's multiple reasons for that we'll get into in just a second. All right, AI writing, adapt or be left behind, your guide to the new content landscape. I like how it's doing introduction, 2 pages. All right, understand the AI writing evolution. Debunking the magic 1 myth. I like this. AI writing. Okay, this feels pretty good. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're not going to say, please write this ebook. What we're going to do now is we're going to say, please write the introduction. Taking it bite by bite. And I cannot emphasize this enough, is to have patience with this. Don't try to do this all in one go. We want to do some jabs, not big hooks. If we're talking about boxing, we want to take this down one bite at a time, one punch at a time. We want to get this done with patience. And here's one of the reasons why is I don't love how it's written this already. I like the content. The AI writing revolution isn't coming. It's already here, from blog posts to marketing copies. Marketing copy, the seismic shift. All right, so I like it, but it's a little bit wordy. So what we're going to do before we move further, we're going to say, this feels a little dry. I would like you to rewrite the introduction like a world-class direct response copywriter. Please do not use too much slang, or I would say awkward wording, because if you try to say like you're a direct response copywriting and you're a direct response copywriter and you were a little too dry, it's going to swing the pendulum if you don't pull it back a little bit. So we want to pull it back a little bit and say, do not use too much slang or awkward wording, because it will if you don't say that, most likely. And so we're going to say, please rewrite in the artifact. Okay. So we're going to take another stab at this introduction here. And it's going to be a little more compelling and persuasive. Oh, I like this. Imagine waking up tomorrow to find your skills obsolete. Carefully crafted words, once in high demand, now replaced by algorithms that can churn out content at the click of a button. Sounds like a nightmare, doesn't it? But here's the kicker. This isn't some far-off dystopian future. It's happening right now. Will you be left in the dust, or will you ride this wave to unparalleled success? And then here's what you're getting: a wake-up call, the truth about AI, your secret weapon. Doesn't this feel more compelling? This feels like a lead magnet. This feels like something that someone would want to read. Like, I'm writing this with Claude, and I actually want to keep reading this. And that is something good to think about. Is like, if it feels generic, feels kind of boring like that last version did, you're probably not where you need to be with this ebook. So we've written the introduction, and here's why this is important to use artifacts. Is now we have the outline that we can go back to. So say we get into, I don't know, like quality control, or like, actually, let's use this one. Ethical considerations in AI writing. Of course, that's important, but I don't want to have an entire chapter on that. And honestly, what Claude is going to try to help us write about this is going to feel kind of boring and dry. So we're going to actually go back, and I'm going to use this as a live example. Please remove the chapter 8 on ethical considerations and update the outline artifact. All right, so we're talking about this here, and it's going to adjust the page numbers to maintain the 30-page total. This is why this is important. This is why this is so powerful to use artifacts, is now we have a version 2 of this artifact we were using earlier in this chat, and it's staying organized. If we were to leave this chat and come back, we can click on this chat controls, and we can open up the outline and see the latest version. We can also export this to Word docs, Google Docs, or Microsoft Word, whatever you want to, compile it and then export to PDF or an ebook. we now have the introduction here, 2 versions of it, using the tone we want. All right, now let's say write the next chapter of the ebook using this voice, because we already gave it the voice that we wanted. All right, writing chapter 1. I like how it's using these scannable subheadings. I like how it's giving the memory lane of how AI has transformed things since 2020. So this is feeling great. All right, so we have chapter 1. And so this is what's cool about this, is if we go to chat controls, we now have outline, the introduction, chapter 1. All right, please write the next chapter. Whoops, misspelled chapter there. All right, and we can always fact check. So this says chapter 2, the urgent need for adaptation. Let's go to the outline and see if this makes sense. The urgent need for adaptation, 3 pages. So we're going to go to here, and you can see how much easier it is to use artifacts. Can you imagine trying to keep up with this in this chat window? And this is one of the reasons why I really do recommend Claude for writing, is they seem to be thinking about important aspects of AI writing when it comes to things like this, because now we have it organized. We can edit this, create multiple versions for each chapter, just like you would do if you're writing a book. So we have all these chapters already written. I can knock this out in under an hour, but here's the beautiful thing about using artifacts feature here is if we left this chat, let's rename it real quick and call it AI Writing Ebook Example. If we left that and jumped out here and then wanted to go back to it, we now have it all saved. We don't have to go back through this chat. We can go back to the artifacts and start working on it from there. All right, hopefully this video was helpful and you know how to craft an ebook. Just want to recap a couple quick things, and that is, 1, make sure that you use the chain of thought prompting method. Ask it for title ideas, start there, go to outline once you've chosen a title that you think is persuasive and is compelling, and then from the outline, go to chapters, write it chapter by chapter using the artifacts feature, and very quickly you will have created an excellent ebook. And that's really what I hope this video helped you accomplish. And again, if you want the free AI writing cheat sheet that I've created, just go to aiwritingschool.com, click on that button, and you can put your email in and get this for free. I'll also include a link to this cheat sheet in the description of this video. Thanks so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions about this content or anything else, feel free to leave a comment on this YouTube video, and I would love to create more videos for you. So let me know what's helpful, what you'd like to see more of, and I'll see you in the next video.